and welcome back to my channel. My name is Hope Taylor and I am a photographer serving both Charleston and Savannah, and this YouTube channel is where I share education for photographers as well as a little bit of a peek into my life living in the Low Country. And today I want to talk about something a little controversial, not really controversial, but something that I think that you should give yourself permission to do in 2022. I almost said 2021. It's 2022. If you watched any of the videos at the beginning of this year or the last couple of weeks of December, then you saw me talk a little bit about auditing your business for the new year, about setting goals and boundaries for 2022. And today I want to talk about a practical way that I set boundaries in my business, because something that a lot of people don't know about me is that I only photograph 2 days a week. I will never accept more than 2 portrait sessions in the same week. And I think that some of you are gonna be like, yeah, that makes sense. Like, that's a good boundary. And some of you are gonna be like, what? Like, I can set boundaries on the number of sessions that I accept. And I remember, I have 9 years into my business now, but I remember the first probably 50% of my business, I always felt like my clients had to be in complete control of my availability. I needed to leave the ball in their court, and if they were only available on Saturday on my friend's birthday at noon, I was gonna do the session then because I needed the money and I needed the session, right? But I think that there is something to be said for shifting that narrative to realizing that you began your business so that you could be in more control and that you could do what you love. And if you are working on your clients' schedules and on your clients' time 100% of the time, and you are not reclaiming any time for yourself and any routine and any normalcy, there's a few things that are going to happen. Number one, you're going to burn out. You're going to be exhausted. You're going to stop enjoying the work as much as you used to enjoy it, and you're going to feel really frustrated. Number two is that your creativity is going to start to dwindle. I don't know if any of you have been in a season where, typically it's the fall for me, where I'm just shooting back to back to back to back. And I start to feel like my galleries are looking the same because I'm doing the same poses over and over and the same locations over and over. And the creative side of my work has kind of started to fizzle because I've just been shooting so much. And then the last thing is that you're gonna start to feel resentful. You're gonna start to resent your business and resent your clients, not necessarily intentionally, and not necessarily to the degree that it's going to like destroy your business, but you're gonna wake up in the morning and have to like begrudgingly get ready for your shoot instead of feeling really excited about it because you're just exhausted. And so I decided to shift the narrative a few years ago and change my boundaries so that I knew how many sessions I wanted to take each week in order to maintain my creativity, in order to feel excited about my work and not burnt out, and in order to have some really healthy work-life balance while still having time for other projects in my business. And so what I did is I decided that I only wanted to shoot portrait sessions on Tuesday and Thursday evenings, because then I could structure my entire weeks around those shooting days. I could edit those mornings so that I always was up to date with my galleries, and then I could save Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for other projects in my business and for travel and for whatever else I needed it for. So I want to talk through the 3 things that I think are benefits of setting boundaries on your shooting time in your business, and then I'm going to tell you how I do it. So first thing it does, we've already talked about a little bit, is that it helps me to maintain my creativity and to feel really excited about my work. When I only have 2 senior sessions a week, I wake up so excited to go to those senior sessions and so excited to be creative and try new locations and new poses and new outfits and new gear, and I'm just on fire for my work because I don't do it so often that I'm getting burnt out. So it allows me to actually serve my clients better by being able to be creative and not show up at their session burnt out because I've already had 6 sessions that week. Number 2 is the most obvious, but it allows me to have more free time in my business to innovate and to create new projects and ideas and things on the educational side of my business and on the photography side of my business. If I'm shooting 5 to 6 days a week, I just do not have time to do anything besides edit and emails and maintain that level of business. But if I'm shooting 2 days a week and creating margin for innovation to allow myself to redo my client pricing guide and redo my bridal guide and do new gifts for my clients and come up with new strategies to book more clients, if I don't create the margin to have time to do those things, I'm just never going to get to do those things. And that's not what you got in business for yourself yourself to do in the first place. You wanted to be innovative and pursue entrepreneurship and be excited about your work. And the last thing that it does is it actually allows me to charge more for my sessions when I'm only shooting 2 of them per week. Because when a client inquires, I'm typically booked 2 to 3 months in advance, which means that there's a supply and demand issue, right? I have to charge more in order to match the demand for my business. So that allows me to charge more and make the same amount of money that I would be making if I was only charging $200 for 5 sessions a week. I'm charging $750 for 2 sessions a week, and I'm working less but making the same amount of money. So the way that I do this in my business, because I share about this, and my biggest thing I hear back from photographers is, yeah, but how do you do that? Like, what about your clients that are only available on weekends? What about the families who work during the week? What about your seniors who are at school during the winter time when the sun is going down, so they'd have to leave early? And literally, all you have to change about your client experience and about your workflow is add 1 sentence into your emails that you send to your clients when they inquire. And this is my exact email that I send my clients when they inquire, but the highlighted sentence right there: I photograph senior portrait sessions on Tuesday and Thursday evenings. Let me know if you had a time frame in mind. That's all you have to add. And I have found 95% of people don't question it. They don't then say, okay, but I'm only available on Saturday mornings. They just take that as, okay, that's what I have to, that's the boundary. That's how she works. That's how her business runs. I'm gonna find a Tuesday or Thursday evening that works for me. Photographers are just scared to set that boundary ahead of time because they're so used to being on their client's time and doing everything based around their client's availability that their entire life has almost taken a back burner to the priority of their client. And I think that there's value in that in some seasons, but I also think that you have to reclaim that at some point in your business, or else you're going to maintain feeling really, really burnt out. So all I do is I set that expectation up front. I photograph portrait sessions on Tuesday and Thursday evenings. What days work best for you? And then we go from there. And like I said, 95% of people don't give me any backlash on that. The one time in every, I don't know, 20 sessions where I have a client who maybe their fiance is military and they truly can only come to town on a weekend, or there's somebody who's in town for a short period of time and I have to squeeze a shoot in on a Wednesday. That is completely fine, and I do make those exceptions. But when I make those exceptions, if I'm shooting a session on a Wednesday, I'm not going to also take a session Tuesday and Thursday. I still cap at 2 sessions a week, and that's how I maintain my creativity and I don't feel burnt out, and I have really good work-life balance in my business. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this was freeing to you. I hope it gives you permission to feel like you can set boundaries and reclaim your time in your business a little bit. If you have questions for me about this, drop them in the comments below. I'm happy to make more videos on this topic if you found it helpful. I post new videos every single week for photographers to help them grow their business, so I'd love to have you subscribe to be notified each time those videos go live. But until next time, bye y'all.